Well, we've all seen them. The silly social media challenges that quickly go viral. Maybe they even make us laugh, but they can also put people in the hospital. And as these trends keep growing, doctors are warning people to use their common sense. Here to explain some of the risks of the physical social media challenges, like the ones we've all seen on TikTok, is orthopedic surgeon Dr. Joe Guettler. Good morning, Dr. Joe. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Jen.
So, Dr. Guettler, these challenges, we've seen them. They're growing in popularity. The milk crate challenge really blew up this year. Why, from a medical perspective, do you have concerns about this type of stuff?
Well, my question is, why do the TikTokers have to pick a challenge that has such a high rate of bodily harm in the first place? Maybe that's part of the thrill. But, I watched some of these videos in prep for this, and it seems that a lot of times that top milk crate kind of kicks out. So the legs go out from underneath you and you end up falling, and you can do a lot of bad stuff. Let's start with, not the very least, breaking your doggone neck. But
like watching them, I'm in pain watching some of these falls, thinking what would lead someone to want to do that?
It's obviously the challenge and the thrill, like a lot of these other things. But they end up falling kind of parallel to the ground a lot of the time, and they break a wrist, they break a forearm, they dislocate an elbow, concussions, obviously. And one of the things that I also see is when they fall, they'll often fall like on their back, like right on top of one of the milk crates. So we're seeing low back injuries too.
And these, a lot of the videos that we're seeing here on TikTok, these are younger people, young adults doing these, maybe some older teenagers. What kind of upticks are you seeing, whether in ER visits or urgent care visits locally, related to this trend?
Definitely seeing some upticks. It's hard to tell right now overall, because there's such a hot injury rate with the fall sports season. But there are definitely these injuries happen, not just with the milk crate challenge, but with other skateboarding challenges and some of the things going on TikTok.
So you talked about concussions, you talked about broken bones. Those are all bad things. What are some of the other long-term injuries that people can sustain from falls like the ones we're seeing right now, aside from just a broken bone?
Well, just think about a bad concussion per se, or an intracranial bleed where you fall and you bleed into your head, and then you have long-term neurologic issues. And, if you break your neck and you're paralyzed, or if you have a nasty fracture, I mean, we can put a lot of things back together pretty darn good, but we can't put you back together as good as God did. So, there's a lot of risk here, and I don't think the reward for a little fame for the moment on TikTok is worth it.
Right. You know what I mean? Hurting yourself to get some extra followers. You'd hope that people would know not to do that. But, speaking of, hospital beds, ER visits with the pandemic, hospitals, they're already stretched to capacity right now. So would surgeries for injuries like these be considered elective? And can you talk about the impact that this places on medical resources right now that are already kind of stretched thin due to COVID?
Yeah, they're definitely, broken bone poking through your arm isn't really elective. So these would be surgeries that would fly and we'd need to do pretty much right away. But, the hospital systems are a bit stressed, and that's why you see more of the urgent cares and things popping up. For instance, we have an urgent care staffed by an orthopedic surgeon, so you don't have to go wait 7 hours in the ER, and it's a little more convenient. So that's one of the reasons more of these urgent cares are popping up.
And before we let you go, Dr. Joe, Urgent Ortho, can you tell us where our viewers can get more information in the event they do get hurt? We hope they don't try this stuff, but if they need urgent care, where can they go to get some help?
We got a couple things. 1-833-MOS-DOCS. That's easy to remember, DOCS, and miorthosurgeons.com. And even in our offices on any given day, we have spots reserved for acute injuries, so you don't have to sit there and wait in the ER.
Dr. Joe Guettler of Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons, thank you so much for joining us. Important information.
Thanks for having me, Jen.
Stay with us. We'll be